John, what are we making today?
All right, so we're gonna make our supreme beef pho. Supreme beef pho, yes.
We'll make the supreme, man.
Yeah. So there's 4 different cuts of beef in the supreme beef pho. So traditional pho. So in Vietnamese culture, if you go to any pho restaurant, there's like 8 different types of pho, number 1 to 8, right?
Right, of course.
So number 1, starting with like the most basic, which is like the beef meatballs.
Okay.
And then 2, as you go down the list, they start adding more things to the pho. So,
right.
So at the end of the list is like the holy grail of pho's.
Oh.
Right, exactly. So our holy grail, we do beef meatballs, brisket, thinly sliced brisket, beef necks that are pulled from the bone that we use to cook the broth, beef tendon, which is also used to cook the broth, and then we use a thinly sliced Wagyu eye round.
Damn.
Yeah. Right. So it's a lot of meat. It's delicious. That's our supreme. All right.
So what made you use? And you don't hear beef neck really used a lot.
Yeah. So you go ahead. The reason for beef necks is for economical reasons, really. So traditionally, pho is made with oxtail.
Mm-hmm.
But we found that we can still get the gelatinous consistency and great flavor with beef necks. Great bone flavor. The meat of the beef necks, I feel, is more tender and like less fatty than the oxtail.
True.
So you just get more usage of the beef necks than you do with the oxtail. Oxtail, we used to pick through each oxtail with all the fat, and it was just
labor intensive,
and we weren't using the bones, and it was just. I was like, let's figure out a better way,
right,
to serve this pho, which is kind of like, and it's kind of what we're trying to do this with everything we serve. It's like not stick with the traditional, but finding a better way.
Right, and I think that's a very interesting thing that we try to do. We have a traditional way of doing it, mom, pop, grandma.
Right.
And now we're like, hey, there might be a better cut that still works the same way.
It's not inferior to oxtail at all.
Right.
This is different flavor, but let's figure out new ways. And like, look, there may be a day that we go back to oxtail. Maybe we serve it with the bone. This all depends on the situation and kind of how I'm feeling that day. And you know, if it turns out to be a better eating experience for our guests, then that's what we do.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So, but yeah, for now, is beef necks, tendon, and brisket. So
let me ask you, how in your growing up? I mean, go ahead, please.
Yeah.
How much soup did you eat on a weekly or daily basis?
Yeah, I mean, so pho was like, you know, a once every 2 month type thing.
Really?
You know, because like when my mom makes pho, she makes pho for 30 people, and there's only 4 people in our house.
Yes.
So, you know, mom just can't be making pho for 30, and our freezer is small. I didn't grow up in a big house, you know, we didn't have a lot of money, so our space was very limited. So, you know, but you know, soups in general, there's so many different varieties of soups that we would eat, and that was like a daily thing.
And
5 days a week.
And I think that we just gave the secret away. That's why Asians don't age. You know, that's crazy. Because that's right, exactly.
The soups, the soups keep you young.
That's right,
ladies and gentlemen. for everyone, for the Western culture.
That's our secret right there.
Yeah. All right, so we're just gonna warm this up.
Cool. What are you warming up?
So that's just pho broth, right?
Okay.
So we warm up the meat in pho broth because we find that.
And this is in here. What's the goodness in here?
Sorry. So this beef neck and the tendon. So
wow.
We take the tendon, we strip it from the fat, and then we cut small bits and small pieces. And the beef necks, we shred it from the bone, and we really Sorry. The idea is to kind of put it at the bottom of the plate, and it's supposed to be like little treasures of like bits of like tendon and meat, beef neck as you're like eating the soup.
Nice.
That's the idea, at least. Okay.
I love the thought process that we just don't put things together. It's really a methodical. Your experience.
You're layering everything. So so we'll start with the beef necks at the bottom of the plate.
Sweet.
Right. You need that.
And I don't mean if it's proprietary, let me know. But how long are we talking about when we cook tendon and beef neck?
Good question. So when we first started making pho, it was a 24-hour process.
Ooh, all day. Okay.
But that was when we were making oxtails, and you know,
traditional mom. That's why
when we weren't as busy, we were using much smaller pots. Also, you got to think about that. So, you know, but as time evolved, we
Evolve.
we evolved and we became more efficient.
Okay.
And so we've gone down to an 8-hour process now.
Wow.
We can start pho in the morning and we can have it done by the evening.
Wow. Awesome.
Yeah. So and a lot of it has to do with order of operations, when to cook the bones, at which time, and the cut of meat. Actually, beef necks and tendons, like they really don't take all day if you cook them the right way.
Oh, okay, interesting. Cool. Good stuff. Good.
And also one thing that I learned from a good friend of mine, Brad Kilgore, is, if you can't overcook all your veggies and aromatics in your broth, no matter what you're cooking. So that's another reason why we cut down our broth, because all of the onion, ginger, carrot, daikon that we put in the broth, if you cook them for 24 hours, they'll just disintegrate and turn into nothing.
Right.
So that's why we've shortened the process. That way we kind of extract maximum aromatic and flavor from all the veggies that we put in.
Interesting.
So, yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
I love that as a restaurant we evolve. We in the kitchen we learn how to maximize, how to minimize, and how to be efficient and move.
Right.
We learn how to dance with other people working, and
Right.
that's awesome.
Yeah. Another thing that I
love that. I love that. Like you said, we as a community, really, a culinary community. It used to be. I don't know about with your experience. It used to be very, oh no, don't share any trade secrets. Don't talk about any. And now we're like, hey, have you figured out a better way to do it? We're definitely able to share that with everyone.
100%. I'm an open book. Even, if I were to keep everything secret, then everyone that used to work here, I would have to kill, and they would not exist anymore. That wouldn't be a good model for
Right. No, not
sustained
good.
success.
So if anyone's missing from your prior staff, you just
sorry, you can't work anywhere else because everything here. You got to die, and that doesn't make any sense. So I had to stop doing that. I had to stop ending people who stop working here.
That's hilarious.
All right.
So you put some other stuff in there. So that's you still put the meatballs.
Meatballs. We put meatballs, and then the sliced brisket,
Nice.
and then this is on top is that thinly sliced Wagyu eye-row that we.
And you just heat it basically from the temperature of the soup.
It cooks with the soup.
Yep. Sweet.
Yep. And then we're gonna add our garnishes. So we have a pickled bean sprout.
Bean sprout. Right.
Typically, pho, you use fresh bean sprouts.
Right.
We pickle ours because I just like the taste of pickled bean sprouts.
I'll be honest. I don't think the Chinese culture, we don't really do raw bean sprouts with that really raw flavor.
You guys do steamed bean sprouts.
We do steamed bean sprouts.
Yeah.
Yep.
So again, that's tastes terrible.
Yeah, it's the raw bean sprout really has that rawness, and it steals every. Yeah.
Right. It's almost too fresh.
Right. Interesting.
Cool. And then we're going to.
Ooh.
We're gonna.
What is this?
It's a little ginger scallion.
Ginger scallion. Oof.
That's it. And that's
gotta have some
cream beef.
You got your Ashley, right? Your awesome employee, your Ashley, right? Oh, nice to meet you. And she's making, I know, banh mi back here, but you've got. So banh mi usually has pate, correct?
Always. To me, always. Yeah.
And most people are, it's a pate. So what have you done to mitigate that?
I suggest them they go eat at another restaurant.
Awesome.
They don't like to have banh mi without pate.
Right.
Yeah.
And do you make your own pate?
Yeah, we make our own pate.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I've been throughout the last 6 years of business. I've gone through a very intuitive filtering process of who our customers should be.
Okay.
Because we have a specific cuisine, and it's done in a specific way, and it really doesn't. It's too hard to meet expectations of every single person that walks through our restaurant.
Right.
It's impossible.
Right.
So in order to keep our identity and be strong and stay true to who we are, I've kind of doubled down on everything that I believe in, and nothing else.
And these are your core values, and
this is how we make our food. This is what I think is our job, to cater to people who want certain things.
Right.
There's so much variety out there that everyone can find what they want.
If you like your pho with tomato broth, well, go find a pho with tomato broth.
It's not my job to to make my food taste the way you want it to. So, and I think that's what's unique about restaurants. That's what beauty of restaurants. That's why people go to restaurants, because they're unique in the way that how they make food. It's delicious to certain people, not everyone, right? So,
and especially this food is not just pulled out of your ass. It feels actually there's rhyme and reason.
There's thought and purpose and intent and everything. And that
Tradition. Now, what I've never seen. This is something new. I mean, it's fun. Vietnamese restaurants, people know it's really fun. And spring rolls and summer rolls. What is this net here? Is it the fat netting of
These are vermicelli noodles. So these in Vietnamese is called bánh hỏi.
Okay.
It's a very traditional style vermicelli noodle that they press and turn into a sheet, and they're little sheets of vermicelli noodles.
Wow.
Yeah, they're pressed.
Very nice.
So they come in sheets, and then they're actually meant for spring rolls.
Oh, okay.
And there are several varieties of dishes, but it's a very specific vermicelli.
That's awesome.
It's old and it's very specific to Vietnamese.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Very cool. Very nice. Cool.
Okay. So we shot that, and then this is also not traditional, but we make a little cabbage slaw.
Cabbage slaw, nice.
Right. And the slaw is, onion, carrot, daikon, cilantro, Thai basil.
So a lot of aromatics.
And then we have our, garlic chili dressing that we dress our slaw in.
Okay.
And then,
Here comes the magic. Here comes the magic. The rolling.
yeah, I become
Shrimp. Okay.
Yeah, we use little poached shrimp.
Okay.
Just roll right on top.
Wow. Beautiful.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Make another.
So, we got Diego joining us now.
What's going on, guys? Thank you for having us over here today, bro.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah,
Pleasure, obviously.
Diego's helping us out with bussing tables, taking your role.
I owe you now. I mean,
He's
on
payroll.
feeding me right now, so that's what it all that matters, right?
I'll take it.
I work for food.
So
I pay in food only.
there you go. There you go.
That's cool. That's a good age.
And soup too, good soup.
Yeah.
We'll dive into the broth, but I think we talked about the food and everything and your culture. I think that if you talk about why did you open this restaurant and why here,
Yeah, I mean, so long story short, why did I open the restaurant? So, out of desperation, really, it was always my dream to open a restaurant.
Okay.
Right. That's the reason why I got in this business. I dropped out of law school.
Oh, really?
To become a busboy at a restaurant, at a local restaurant, because I thought, wouldn't it be cool if I owned my own restaurant one day? I was 21 years old, and luckily, I fell in love with the work. I fell in love with the culture. I fell in love with everything about the restaurant business. Every aspect of it, I kind of fell in love with, and I kind of dove right into it. And 20 years later, I'm still here. So, it was always a dream of mine to open a restaurant. How I opened the restaurant, however, just came out of life situation and timing, luck, and that's all it is, and I think in life, that's, if you ever want to do something, you maximize those opportunities of luck, and you go for it, and you don't second guess yourself.
Just gotta dive right in, yeah.
Yeah, and you can't second guess yourself, and that's what happened, Right. We opened in the food court in Design District in St. Roch Market.
Oh, okay.
That's how we started. I took my credit card and had $5,000 on it and maxed it out with some equipment and supplies, and never looked back.
And you think that was important that you were able to go into a food court with less
at the time,
risk?
again, yeah, because I had no investors, I had no money.
Okay.
I didn't have money to build a brick and mortar restaurant.
Right.
So at the time, this food court came about. I reached out. I gave this lady a call, and they're looking for vendors, and And yeah, lo and behold, it worked out.
And then again, when did you know there was a transition time for there to a brick and mortar?
You never know, but the opportunity came. I had my old landlord that owned this building. He was developing his property, and his wife loved our stall in the food court. It worked out. We were doing well, food court. We were able to finance it. And we opened during COVID, and I don't know if that helped us or hurt us, but things just kind of happened after another, and it just happened. And I couldn't even tell you how it happened or why it happened, but I do know that when any opportunity came to open this restaurant, all I did was move forward. And that's all I did. And I never second guessed anything, never doubted anything, never thought about failure, didn't think about risk, irresponsibly.
Dive right in.
Just dove right in, yeah. And that was it.
Okay.
Eat something.
Oh, that's pretty good, man. Let's try some. Let's try some of the food then.
Yeah. So let's do it.
So some brain fuck.
So yeah, I'm gonna go to you first, buddy.
No, but I think I think that I think for all of us, for the restaurant business, it's always risky. It's always been hard, and then of course, bam, we all hit by COVID. How did you maneuver around that? Because there was no right answer. There was no wrong answer.
Again, yeah, like you said, there's no right answer or wrong answer. But again, maybe it was a good thing. But like, I had no choice. We were already in the construction process of our restaurant, so I had no choice but to just keep on moving.
Right.
We couldn't stop. We're already committed. So I had no choice but to just keep on building the restaurant. So.
Was there ever a talk about, hey, maybe we should, stop construction?
Never.
Okay, let's keep going.
We had never one point, because we were bound to a contract.
Right.
We had obligations, and and that was it.
All steam, all engine go.
Yeah. And so maybe that was a good thing. I don't know, but it just happened. It just had to happen that way.
Right. Very cool. And how's the spot been? How's the city and this area been treating you?
Look, man, we're 4 years in.
Nice.
And I'm sitting here talking to you guys. Being invited to, Wok N Roll, which I'm so thrilled about, and I'm so honored to be a part of. And yeah, man, look, we've gotten some great recognition, and and I've been able to, do what I intended to do, which is, kind of showcase our food in a way that, I think hasn't been seen before, and I'm really happy about that.
Thank you very much.
We were able to employ, a group of people that are able to support their families, and that means a lot to me. So yeah, that's our success to me.
Right.
Yeah.
How about opening here in South Florida as an AAPI person? How do you feel about it? How has the community reached out to you, or any challenges or obstacles you might have faced?
Look, man, it's as an Asian business owner here in South Florida, are there extra challenges that we go through that other people don't go through? Probably. Is that at top of mind for me? Do I think about them daily? No, never. I think there's always bigger challenges that I go through daily, as we all know. So I think we just do the best we can, and keep it as keep our backgrounds out of it, and then don't let I guess what I'm trying to say is, Tran An was always designed to be a Vietnamese restaurant that had nothing to do with Vietnamese culture.
Oh, interesting.
You look in the restaurant, the design is not Asian. There's no, there's only the menu is Asian.
And the chopsticks.
And the chopsticks. Right. But the food is not Asian, and nothing about it screams Asian restaurant. Only the food. So
I have a question.
Please.
We have a problem with this. I know that we're not quote unquote authentic.
Right.
But we don't claim to be
right
authentic.
Right.
And what's your response to that? And again, finding the restaurant.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, our restaurant is authentic to who I am, who I grew up, and how I ate as a child growing up. And I think that I'm authentic in that way.
Yes.
And inherently that means that I'm inauthentic to everyone else because it doesn't apply to us, right?
Right.
So call us authentic, call it, I don't care. I don't. It's not my job to label what kind of restaurant we are. I let everyone else that comes here and enjoys the food. I let them label it for us.
I have a
We're
question.
just a comfort food restaurant, you know?
Yeah, there we go.
Speaking of that, then what do you do when is it proper that when I used to eat pho, I used to just literally take everything, all the condiments, oyster sauce, sriracha, and just throw it in the broth. Is that let's say like the right way to do it, or each yourself?
To each your own.
Okay.
Now, as a pho purist and someone from Hanoi, my family's from Hanoi, North Vietnam,
Okay.
we don't put anything in our pho. Okay?
Okay.
We keep it clear.
Okay.
Right? Poison doesn't exist in Hanoi.
I see it on the table right here. We don't have that much hoisin.
Right.
The broth is already perfectly seasoned. And it should taste
This. I agree.
So, now, if you want to add spice, by all means. Poison, you might as well put ketchup in my pho. That's
Noted.
What? Is it delicious? Yes, it's delicious. The poison's great. We love poison. I grew up eating it. I put it on the table in the restaurant. I have nothing against it.
Okay.
Right.
But if you're gonna ask me how I prefer to eat my pho, the broth needs to keep its clarity.
Yeah. No, I like it. I like
Eat it how you want though.
Right.
Be you. Just be you, bro.
We go like Japanese omakase, right? Yeah. Just yourself.
you.
Eat yourself.
Yeah,
But,
exactly.
man, I really like the message you're giving out over there. It's like be authentically you at the same time.
Right.
Like, yeah, we got our heritage, we have our backgrounds, but at the same time, it's kind of like we're also here in the United States.
Right.
We're also here, like we grew up in a different way where like our culture is just like this city right here is a melting pot, right?
Right.
So we kind of just go with the vibe, and then we go and be authentically you, like in the way that like how you were saying. So I
Just can't do
like
anything
that
else.
message. Really like that message.
Can't do anything else.
But I must say that there's so many pho
flavor.
restaurants out there. Yeah, this one you can definitely tell it's really well balanced. You don't get the rawness of the bean sprouts. It's not overpowering from basil or cilantro. That's really
I appreciate it.
You don't
Thank
need
Thank you.
hoisin, like, you know what I'm saying? You don't need hoisin. It makes it nice, but this right here, it has enough flavor.
Thank you.
And you can
Appreciate
taste, you can taste the collagen. Like I feel
Oh,
like,
yes.
my skin is gonna get
Oh,
all
yes.
good,
the glow, the Asian
The
glow.
Asian glow
There you go.
right here,
There you go.
brother. So yeah,
Awesome.
let's grab
Thanks
some
so
noodles
much.
right here.
So we're gonna thanks for coming up. You did mention Wok N Roll. You're gonna come to cross the threshold to the 954.
Yeah.
With us.
305 coming to a 954, bro.
Can't wait.
Bring it in, man.
Can't wait.
Doing like Pitbull does, right, Lally?
All right, it's my house.
There you go,
So,
man. It's your
You
house.
got some rhythm. You gotta show us some music there. Come on.
I thought it was a cooking event, not a embarrass yourself event.
Hey, bro, man.
Oh,
I'm a professional. I stick to the things I'm good at. That's not one of them.
Asians probably. I don't know about you. They go. Well, yeah. I've got two left feet. Trust me. My
Same
wife.
thing, man.
My
Like,
wife
heard
looks at
that
me. It's like, what are you doing? You're off beat. I'm like, I hear the beat. Like that's the wrong beat. I'm like, okay.
I'll listen to music.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll pop my head.
The vibe to it, but about the audacity, we keep it to ourselves. But okay.
Look, being in the API, business owner, you're coming 954. Wok N Roll. We really try to showcase API owners that are local. 305 is definitely local to us. We love our neighbors, and we're excited to have you with us. And really the mission is to showcase local Asian restaurateurs. They're in the business, support each other. I love the support that you get from Brad and all the people from 305 down here, and again from 954. So we're excited to have you up there. It means a lot to us to have you come with us. Up there, since you are
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah,
very
for
true
sure.
and to your food and to your culture, to your people.
And we're super excited to see what you come up on the day of, man.
Me too.
Just enjoy. Hey, man. Hey. Last second thing, we'll see what happens, but I know it's gonna be delicious, bro.
Yeah. One thing I assure you, it will be delicious, at least to me. But yeah, I'm excited, and we'll make some fun things. And
Don't bring the
Wait,
hoisin sauce. Really, don't bring the hoisin sauce.
no, we won't. Don't bring the poison.
Should point.
Exactly. That's another one of your
Keep
other
your
shirts.
poison. Keep your poison. Yeah.
That's your next shirt.
Keep your poison to yourself.
Right?
Yeah.
That will be a good shirt. That would be a
fine.
good shirt.
That's fine.
Right.
Keep your poison to yourself.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool. Awesome, brother.
I'm gonna
Thank
dive
you
into
so
this
much,
too.
Yeah.
Thanks so
Grab a
much.
spring roll, dude. Yeah. There you go.
Thank you.
And this is not poison, right?
Dude, so spicy. Okay, so the only times poison are acceptable. Look, they're acceptable. I don't hate on poison. I got a poison everywhere.
Yeah, it's right there, man.
Spicy peanut poison, right? Spicy peanut poison, right? We make our own peanut butter, mix in poison, a little bit of sriracha, fish sauce, and call it a day. Yeah, yeah.
What is Sorry, sorry, my mouth were.
Please.
You know, we get asked this question. We see our restaurants so much, but for Temple Street, this is the food that Diego and I grew up, like you, love. We want to showcase this. But do you still have a favorite dish that you were like, oh, you know what? Had a long day. I still want this off my menu. On the menu.
Pho. It is always and will always be pho.
That noodle dream, bro. That noodle dream.
It's just got and the funny thing is, it's not the most flavorful dish. It's not the most like delicious thing that you can eat.
I love poison.
But goddamn, is it just the most comforting and the most like when you need something to just end the day with or start your day with.
It's a hug in the bowl, man.
It's it.
Hug in the bowl.
There's nothing better for me.
Bro, this is fire. Like, I really like
Thank you.
pickle all those vegetables in there.
Thank you.
And it just brings out a different flavor that really, I don't need to dip it. I usually dip it,
Yeah,
but this one right here, man, like I can just eat it all of it. So
I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So, what is your most flavorful dish you think on your menu?
At the moment right now, it will have to be our shaking beef fried rice.
Ooh.
Shaking beef fried rice.
All right.
I just see that. What's shaking? Like you literally.
So shaking beef is a yeah, no, exactly. So it's a marinated.
How much rhythm do you have to cook the dish?
Yeah, well, we make it very unrhythmic. You know, usually shaking beef is cooked in a wok. That's why we call it shaking beef. It's marinated tender cuts of beef that we cook at a very high temperature. But we cook ours on the flat top. So, but yeah, shaking beef that's what shaking beef is. And we mix ours with rice and other things, and it's super delicious.
Now, you said right now, so do you change your menu?
We do occasionally, but you know, again, and also my mind changes all the time. So you know, it depends on what day of the week you're asking me, and I'll give you a different answer.
Nice.
Chef Rest, the chef is choosing, right?
But so yeah, but as you're asking me, shaking beef fried rice right now, end of story, the most flavorful, delicious thing on the menu for sure.
All right, awesome, man. And another question I have for you, man.
Yeah.
Anything that you want to share about next year or the future of Tran An or for yourself? Anything you want to talk about?
Not really, not a single thing. We'll keep everyone waiting, and
Suspense.
I'll let everyone see what happens.
Then what's the best way to hear about that? Is it through an email, or is it through Instagram? Or
Yeah, man. Instagram, Tran An Miami. Follow us. You know, we're on TikTok, Instagram, and or just come to the restaurant. I'm here every day. Come say hi to Uncle John. I'm here.
Uncle John, man.
That's it.
And what are your hours?
We're open 7 days a week, 11:30 till 9 p.m. on the weekdays and 10 p.m. on the weekends.